Hey guys, welcome to a Grand Theft Auto Online video. I am Charger, and I'm here to give you a review, well, my review, of the facility. So if you haven't checked out the facility yet, you can actually find them on your phone's web browser on the Maze Bank foreclosures. Okay, so let me just filter this by this. So immediately you'll notice that all of the facilities are going to be on the northern portion of the map, as far north as Palmetto Bay and as far south as the Land Act Reservoir. Okay. So this is going to be the facility that's closest to the city. Everything else is going to be pretty further north. Okay, so let's see. So the Palmetto Bay facility is going to be your cheapest one. It's $1.25 million, while the Land Act Reservoir is probably going to be one of the more expensive ones, $2.95 million. I believe that is the most expensive one. Mine's right here, Lago Zancudo, right by the mouth of the river there, and this one's mid-range. It's about $1.67 million. So let's take a look at what you can renovate. Okay, so you got the styles here, just pretty much just the color options you got. Okay, so depending on how you want it to look. Okay, then you got the graphics, just the wall designs really. Okay, then the Orbital Cannon, which I'll show you in a little bit. Security room, which is a must. You got the lounge area with privacy glass if you want it. And sleeping quarters. Not necessary, but there if you want that as well. So as you can see, the price pretty much doubled if you go high end on everything. Okay, but a lot of these options you don't really need. They're there for you to choose from if you want them, but you don't need them. But it's your money, so you spend it the way you want to. Alright, so let's take a look on the inside. So here's mine. Here's the entrance animation. See, it does take a little bit to get in there. Okay, so this is where you end up when you enter your facility. So this is where you can store the Avenger. I'll be doing a review on that later on. The thruster, which is the rocket pack you see up here in the balcony, along with 7 vehicles total. So primarily you can store your weaponized vehicles. You'll see them on the sides here. There's 4 and there's 3. So you can store a total of 7 land vehicles in here, I guess you could say. Land vehicles. Because this is the only place you can store the thruster. And you will only be able to upgrade the thruster with the Avenger. And the Avenger needs to have a weaponized vehicle workshop too. Okay, so this is the main area where you enter and exit. So let's take a look around. Okay, so we got like a little locker room out here. Okay, this is where you enter to the rest of the facility. So you got the little security thing right here. The reception area. So you can talk to this person right here. You can request snacks, which I found out recently they're actually not free. You pay $1 for each one you purchase. You just don't see it because you're on this screen, so everything else kind of gets blocked off. And you can also request Pegasus vehicles. Okay, so there's all the different vehicles you can request there. Over on the side back here that I ran past is the security room. So in here you'll find, you know, like a gun locker. You got weapons out here. You know, if you need to reload, you can just pick up these weapons. You got the security cameras here. That's the gun locker on the side there. Here you can access strike team. You can send them against people that you want to target, or you can like just kind of choose to watch them. Okay, but since I'm in a solo session, there's nobody out there, so these are all grayed out for me. Okay, but the higher level your strike team is send out, the more expensive it is. Okay, so continuing on. All these things you see, like this little mine thing here and that submarine there, they'll populate your facility as you complete the Doomsday Heist. Okay, now back here is the Orbital Cannon. Okay, so you just go up to one of these red lights. You can access the Orbital Cannon. So this is what the interface looks like. Okay, so you can target, manual targeting, automatic targeting. I believe it's your if it's your first time actually using it, the first shot is free. I might be wrong on that, but my first shot was free. You can also watch, just kind of look around, but this is what the interface pretty much looks like. Yes, you get the idea. When you're firing, you get the on-screen instructions on what buttons do what. So let me get out of here. Okay, so moving on. Around the corner and down the hall here is the heist planning room, and this is going to be the planning room for the Doomsday Heist. If you want to do the regular heist, you'll have to go to your high-end apartment. Alright, now most of these doors are also going to be pretty useless. Downstairs here, well, this is the lounge that you saw earlier in the purchase screen. Now I believe I did not choose the bedroom, so I don't think mine has that. Let me just double check. Yeah, I didn't choose the sleeping quarters, so I don't have the sleeping quarters. But I believe it would show up. Let me just check the map real quick. I believe it would show up back here somewhere, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, but otherwise most of these doors are pretty useless. Like all these fire escape doors, can't go through them. Downstairs you'll find some, well, unless you've gone through the Doomsday Heist as a party leader, it'll be pretty empty. But as you go through it, you know, it'll populate. So you'll have all these people down here. There's the servers down here. On the other side, there's I believe there's a vending machine too, but it's really just cosmetic. You just spend money and you don't really fill up on anything. And yeah, you got all your workers down here. So that's really all there is to the facility. I mean, it's pretty huge. There's a lot of space. And it's pretty useless. to be honest. um, I mean, you got the hefty price tag on it already. I mean, the cheapest one is 1.25 million you saw at Paleto Bay, and that's probably going to be one of the worst locations in the game for anything. But if you do want to get all the perks, such as the trade price for a lot of these vehicles, you will have to purchase a facility in order to do the Doomsday Heist, because in order to get the trade price for a lot of the weaponized vehicles, you have to lead the Doomsday Heist. And the only way to do that is by purchasing a facility, because that's the only place you can start these Doomsday Heists. So, is it worth it? In the long run, I would say no. In the short run, yeah, why not? Because like I said, most of this space is just going to be kind of empty. You're not going to be able to do much with it. Let's see, this is the workshop on this side here. But really, you're not really going to be able to do much with a lot of these, with a lot of the facility area. So pros, you got the Doomsday Heist, which is actually pretty fun if you've never tried them. Some of the setup missions and even the actual heist itself can be quite frustrating at times, but they are challenging. They are pretty fun. I gotta admit, you can't do them with less than 2 people, so keep that in mind when you're trying to do those Doomsday Heists. Then you got the price tag along with all of the additions and renovations you want to do with it. So you got the base price plus whatever else you want to add in there, so it can, as you saw with the Lanac Reservoir site, you can more than double the cost of purchasing the facility itself. I mean, and plus the storage too. You only get 7 vehicles you can store, plus the thruster, plus the Avenger, if you choose to get the Avenger, which is that big plane you see right behind me. And that the Avenger itself, you know, can get up in price as well, but I'll talk about that in the review for the Avenger when I get to it. So, in summary, is it worth it? Yes and no. Like I said, if you want to do the Doomsday Heist, you gotta get this. If you're not planning on doing the Doomsday Heist as a party leader, and you have a friend that can start the heist, then this is something that you don't really need. The Orbital Cannon is pretty fun to use, but it's got a pretty hefty price tag per shot, as you saw. Especially if you use the automatic targeting. So, yeah, my take on it, not really necessary. I mean, if you do plan on getting the thruster, like I said, this is the only place you can store it, and I believe the Warstock Cash and Carry website won't even allow you to purchase it unless you have a facility in the first place. So, that's my review of the facility. Not much to it, really. It was a nice add-on when it first came out, but in the long run, there's really not much you can do with it. Not like the bunker or the hangar, for example. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. I am Charger. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you already own a facility, please drop me a comment. Tell me how you like it. If you don't own a facility yet, but are thinking about purchasing one, let me know what you thought about this review. Otherwise, I'll catch you next time.